The cuttlefish has taken camouflage to the next level. They can change their colour, shape and texture to blend in with the background. It's hard to believe it looking at these pictures, but all these cuttlefish are exactly the same species. They're simply changing their appearance depending on what's around them. It's called adaptive camouflage, and it's perfect for hiding from both predators and prey. But can the cuttlefish adapt to anything?
Really, you must applaud the cuttlefish for its amazing ability to blend into its surroundings. But how clever is that, really? I mean, vanishing amongst things that are around it all the time. It's one thing for a cuttlefish to camouflage itself against seaweed, sand, pebbles and stuff like that. But how would they fare camouflaging themselves against something a bit more complicated? Something a bit like this. Yeah, I know it's hardly grand designs, but I've gone for this rather lurid decor for good reason.
I want to see how the cuttlefish tackles something a bit more challenging. So I've chosen stripes, chessboard and some old-style chintz.
Okay, time to see how they cope.
Let's get our cuttlefish settled in and dim down the lights. He's having a look at it. And he's gone straight for the big one, the checkerboard flooring. And amazingly, I think he's having a crack at it. There's definitely the beginnings of a checkerboard there. He's not quite lined up right, but, you know, still impressive. Right, what next? Zebra skin rug. Now he's improvising. Let's get him back to the task in hand. Now that's more like it. He's blending into the chaise longue, a treat. But notice one thing. He's not camouflaged with what he can see in front of him. He's camouflaged with what's underneath him. So, is it possible for us to copy camouflage like that?
It's me. I'm in front of you right now, but I'm invisible. See, that's me. And I'm wearing my sandwich board of invisibility. It's my own creation. Let me talk you through it. On the front, we have an LED flat screen TV. On the back, there's a camera. The camera sees what it can see behind me, throws that image up on the TV, so it's as though you are looking through me. And here's the fascinating thing. This is actually very close to the way the cuttlefish works. Well, it doesn't use a flat screen TV, obviously. What it has instead is light-sensitive cells all over its body. So the cells on one side tell the cells on the other side what they can see so they can replicate it. And it's as though you can see through the cuttlefish. It's the same deal. But like me, it's not using its eyes to do this. I'm using a camera, it's using its light-sensitive cells. So it's not doing this consciously, it just happens. The biggest difference, perhaps, is the energy taken to do this. I tried doing this with batteries, didn't work. Then I tried it with a car battery, lasted about a minute. In the end, I've plugged it into the mains in my house. Cuttlefish doesn't have to use the mains. It can do all of this, and it can do it on 1,500 calories a day that it gets from crab and shrimp. I couldn't power this with crabs and shrimp. I need the mains.
The question is, can we use the cuttlefish's superpower to hide 60 tons of tank? Well, not exactly. Engineers haven't worked out a way for a tank to be quite as camouflaged as a cuttlefish, at least in daylight. But with the help of these special tiles, they have worked out a way to make it invisible at night. Okay, I know you can still see it right now, and that's the thing. At night, colours don't matter. And for anyone equipped with infrared cameras, they stand out even more. Because they generate an enormous amount of heat. And that heat is picked up on camera. Which is where the special panels come in. Because you just watch what happens when they turn them on. The tank completely vanishes. The panels read the background temperature and then display the same heat signature on the front, just like the Cuttlefish does with colour. And, like the Cuttlefish, it has another trick. It can pretend to be something else entirely. In this case, it's impersonating a small family saloon. Astonishing. An invisible tank based on Cuttlefish camouflage. Not bad for a quiet evening in.